Why is it okay for some married men to cheat and the women cannot?
Women are more committed than men in marriage.
It's not okay for married men to cheat, and it's not okay for married men to cheat, while their women cannot do the same. What I feel is what is good for the geese is actually good for the gander.
Most religions and cultures have frowned at men and women cheating on their partners because this has broken so many marriages. For some surviving ones, trust is lacking because one partner has been caught once or twice. This leads us to today's topic. Why is it okay for men to cheat in marriages and women cannot? Welcome to another episode of Street Gist. I am Dolakbo Amodeni. This is Legit TV.
The reasons are very numerous. One, let me owe it to culture. In cultures in Nigeria, like in Yoruba land, it is seen to be a taboo for a woman to cheat outside her marriage because of the sacred nature of a woman. But for men always have this kind of what do I call it now? This kind of covering from being at fault when things like that occur. But for women, like in the Igbo land now, even it is a taboo for a man to hold a married woman's hand, not to talk of sleeping with her or doing anything funny with her. So if you look at it, it's basically based on culture. Culture plays a major role in this topic that we are discussing. Then as for men cheating, there are always reasons why men naturally are driven by what they see. And if you look at our society today now, 60% of the women working are almost working naked. And you know, with the way men are wired, we are wired to look. And the moment you look, you get lost. And from there, so many things can happen. And aside that, you will see, if you study the trend for a while now, you will see that men are running away from marriages because of the kind of trouble that is involved in marriage. And also, if you check the rate of divorce now, it's on a very high side due to either infidelity, due to so many factors that can be owed to our losing major part of our morals as Nigerians. We are beginning to live the Western life, which is not compatible with our Nigerian culture here. So most times we begin to see it like women no longer respect their husbands, women no longer take care of their husbands. The men begin to feel the woman, she's not what the person I'm supposed to marry, she's not giving me what I want. So many, differences begin to crop up. And before you know, the marriage will crash. So there are so many factors. The men are at fault, the women are at fault. But basically, the major cause is we trying to live the Western world, which does not compart with our way of life here in Nigeria.
I do not think it's okay for anybody to cheat, married men or women. Once you've decided to stay with someone, you've taken a vow to be faithful to them, then I do not think it's right under any premise to cheat.
So what are some of the ways that you think cheating can be curbed in marriages or in a relationship?
I think it's important that you marry your friend, so that helps your friendship, communication. Because a lot of things we hear that marriages have a lot of communication issues and so on, communication gaps. But I think if that can be worked on, it helps the marriage grow, so it doesn't leave room for that sort of temptation, being open to each other, being sincere. When you're having friendships of the opposite sex, let your partners know, that sort of thing. So don't leave room for things to happen. Be sincere to each other, be open to each other. So that helps trust.
It's easy to cheat a married woman in the sense that the man can go anywhere. Even the woman cannot have the chance to go out like that like a man. So, and at the same time, even this is a temptation. It's temptation by either the devil. Either you imitate your friend, You can invitate your friend to be a womanizer. So that is just it. You think that probably my friend had done this, I don't know how to do it. So that is that.
So what are some of the causes of this infidelity?
There are so many causes. For instance, if the woman, maybe the man and the woman are living like a man to man. If the woman doesn't satisfy the man, definitely the man has to go out to go and look for another thing. I have to enjoy himself and probably.
So, what are some of the ways that infidelity can be curbed in relationships?
Everything depends on the woman. The woman is the owner of the house, so it's the way that the woman plays card can assist her.
Okay. So, if you catch your partner cheating, what would you do? If you catch your partner cheating, your woman, what would you do, sir?
Okay, maybe it's ready to go. It's ready to go. That is it.
It's not okay for married men to cheat, and it's not okay for married men to cheat, while their women cannot do the same. What I feel is what is good for the geese is actually good for the gander. Yeah, if the man can cheat, the wife can also do the same. And now, if you are as a married person, you're not reasonable enough, you don't understand what it means to be in a marriage, you don't understand the sanctity, the what is attached to marriage, and you feel it's okay for you to cheat and your wife cannot cheat, then there's something wrong upstairs with that person. That's what I feel. I just hope I will not be misquoted anywhere, but that's just the way I feel about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some of the ways you think cheating can be curbed in marriages?
Seriously, there are no ways by which cheating can be curbed. The only thing that it takes for people not to cheat in marriages is when, number one, they are God-fearing. Number two, they learn to discipline themselves. In the sense that for every spouse, as in for every woman you see out there as a married man, see, you're still going to find out someone that is more beautiful than your wife, more intelligent, who has more shape, whose structure is intact, who has everything better than your wife. The word here we need to look at closely is contentment. If you're contented with what you have, I tell you, the sky is your starting point.
Okay, finally, if, for example, someone told you that, oh, they saw your husband, with another lady, what would you do?
Oh, fine. Someone like me, what I would do as a person, revenge is sweet. When I say revenge is sweet, I mean, I'm actually going to do things. I'll start doing, me as a person will not cheat. But what I'm going to do to you, God, you will not forget in a hurry. I will make sure my achievements, promotions will kill you. My business, it will scale even better than before. I'm going to put all those bad energy, I'll put them at work. I'm going to work towards making sure that everything about me speaks positive, I swear. And that's revenge for me. That aspect is sweet.
Women are more committed than men in marriage. Because of religious purpose, we made a woman to be committed. For example, now, if you are somebody that attends Pentecostal church, you have learned from the church ethics that you must never cheat on your spouse. But men don't disregard the oath. Sometimes they break the oath and go about having a girlfriend. Even some will refuse to break off from the former relationship. And you find them cheating on their spouse. And cheating on their spouse, sometimes that's what demoralizes some women. Some will have heart attack because when a woman is loving heartily with all her heart. But the moment there's a cheat, number one, the man may not be able to get the 100% love from that woman again. The commitment of that woman is going to becoming low because she has been cheated. And because she has been cheated, she will feel that there is no amount of words that man may want to use to pacify the woman. She believes that she cannot be righteous, she cannot be dependent, she's no longer reliable. You understand? Some cheat because of bad companion. When you are moving with bad friends, sometimes they influence you. If you are moving with a drunkard will say, it's only one man. You better forget about one man, one wife. Have another girlfriend, to enjoy yourself. And in so doing, the man may yield. In the process of yielding, the marriage vow is broken. The relationship becoming sore. And at home may be fighting, quarreling, and all these things will be happening. Then the children will be, when two elephant fights, it is the ground that suffers. The children will suffer. It will affect the academy.
So if for any reason, somebody close to you, like for example, maybe one of your kids come to report that, oh, daddy, I caught my partner cheating, what advice would you give to that person?
And you see, when somebody has cheated, the deed is already done. Number one, we are going to find out, is the person who cheated, is he ready to repent? Is he ready to change? Is he ready to amend his or her ways? If such a person is not ready, then the person cannot just come out of marriage, because already the marriage has been witnessed in the courts, and with the family. Sometimes it might need this person calling the two family together to see if they can resolve it. If after he or she has been dialoguing with the man and they are unable to resolve the issue, they must find a truce in the impasse. Otherwise, because the children will still be affected. Let's assume the man is the one that has the money, catering for the affair of the students' cookies and what have you. And if the man is now cheated on the man and the woman now overreacted or reacted angrily and said some word that shouldn't be said, the man might say, okay, they are your children, just go away with your children, I'm not ready, I can get married to another person. So whatever happens in relationship, there should be a place for repentance and reconciliation. Because when both of them reconcile, their children will learn from that ugly incident, and that it is not good to cheat on your spouse.
It's okay, no worries. I'll buy a new phone on Gigi.ng. Gigi, sell faster, buy smarter.